Hello everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide. Universal Orlando Resorts have now confirmed lots more information about Universal Epic Universe, a huge new theme park that's currently under construction in Orlando, Florida. Construction's been underway for a few years now. We've been following it closely and it was actually really exciting to check out the site back in September last year. We had a walk around the perimeter, we could see into Epic Universe, and honestly the amount of work that's been happening there over the past few years has been phenomenal to see. Now, just a few days ago, Universal Orlando revealed a brilliant video showcasing the 5 different lands that are going to be featured as part of Epic Universe. Now, of course, ever since the park was announced quite a few years ago now, there's been a lot of rumours about what the lands we're going to see, and you can also clearly see from the construction what these lands were going to be themed around. However, it's now official. The park have said what these different lands are, and in this video I'm going to go through them all, talk about them, give you all the information, share my thoughts, and most importantly have a look at the beautiful new concept art and renderings that Universal Created have put together, because this does look like it's going to be a world-class theme park. It's going to be opening next year in 2025, expected to be a summer opening, so we're not too far off now from this park being completed and us all being able to step into Universal Epic Universe. It's going to feature over 50 different attractions, entertainment experiences, retail and F&B outlets, and along with that too, they're not just building the theme park, but also 3 more Universal hotels, which is really going to expand the accommodation offering for the resort. And that's the thing, this is a huge expansion. It's being built a couple of miles down the road from the rest of the resort. It's going to be connected by the buses, and also as well have a large car park at Epic Universe. So you've already got the existing resort area that of course has got 2 theme parks, the water park, the entertainment district, accommodation, and then this is a brand new area which is being constructed, which is really exciting to see. So let's get into it, shall we? The 5 different lands of Universal Epic Universe, now confirmed by the company. And I've got to say, the video that they produced a few days ago was beautiful to watch. I definitely recommend checking it out. And like all the flyovers they did and everything like that, of this big model that's been created, fantastic to see. It's also believed that an Epic Universe preview center is going to be opening soon, within the next few months at the Universal Orlando Resort. So that'll be really exciting for anyone that's kind of going later this year to go and check out the preview center. Fingers crossed the model that's shown here is going to be on display there. I really do hope so. Right then, so of course you've got this big grand entrance, and we'd seen the concept art for this when the park first got announced, but we've got an updated kind of model and concepts to see now, and of course a meaning behind everything, including this really impressive entrance. Look at this, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Now the big structure you can see there is known as the Kronos, which is this entrance portal into the park, and it's basically a giant machine that's used to harness the energy of the universe that powers all of Celestial Park. And that's the first area that we're going to talk about, the one they've actually shared all of the details about. So basically it seems like, you know, they've released everything about Celestial Park and confirmed the other lands, but then over the coming months, all up to the opening in 2025, they're going to announce all of the other individual lands. So of course the 4 different lands that are around the side, 2 on either side of Celestial Park. But yeah, this looks beautiful straight away with the entrance there. It looks stunning. I love the fact they've got this archway. I really like the theming that they've gone for here. It looks kind of rustic, but modern and futuristic too. They've got that really nice kind of mix there between the two, which looks brilliant from what we can see. Now, of course, as you make your way into Celestial Park, you're going to be greeted with this huge kind of view looking in front of you of all the landscaping, all the trees, waterfalls, attractions. You're going to see the in-park hotel at the back too, but more about that later on. And yeah, you're just going to see this beautiful kind of vista in front of you, which is going to be really nice. Now you imagine like all the waterfalls, you can see there's going to be some statues and themed structures all around here, which is going to be great. It all kind of fits with the astronomical and mythological elements, you know, what they're really trying to put together here with this. But all the lovely gardens, it looks like it's going to be really nice. Celestial Park acts as the hub for the park, meaning that you're then going to go through 4 other portals into these different themed worlds. So instead of having like a castle for a Disney park, for example, in the middle and it kind of spanning out over like bridges, with this you're going to go through these portals from this park. And what I really liked from the chairman of Universal in the video, he said we're putting the park back into theme park. And that really stuck with me. I thought that was a great quote. And the fact that he said that, it's going to be this big, beautiful space that isn't going to be packed full of attractions. It's just going to be like food and beverage, retail, lots of seating, and of course the water fountains. And also what looks to be a large fountain package for a nighttime spectacular. Nothing was mentioned about that yet, but we can certainly expect a nighttime show. There's a fireworks launch area that's been set up behind the park, so we can certainly expect to see fireworks and an evening show as part of the park. But yeah, nothing else was confirmed on that yet, but we can see this big fountain package that's gone into place just in front of the hotel. Now, in terms of the attractions within this area, you've got 2 rides and 1 interactive attraction. The first one that I'm going to talk about is the beautiful carousel. This looks amazing, it really does. It's going to be known as the Constellation Carousel, and look at the concept art for this. Wow, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? The building with all the kind of glass on there, the framework of it looks really nice. It's colourful, it's got like festoon lighting on there. And as we go into the attraction itself, this looks like it's going to be stunning. Now, it's worth pointing out that all of Celestial Park doesn't feature IP. It's going to be all original, and that's the case with the Constellation Carousel. It all comes down to an original story, an original theme, and that we can see just there that looks beautiful. Along with that, there's going to be an interactive water play area for the kids called Astronomica. That's a splash pad, basically. Really good thing to have in Florida, especially with the temperatures that you can get out there. So that's a nice little addition. And then, of course, you've got the big standout attraction for the area, and of course, the biggest roller coaster in the park, and that is Starfall Racers. The name's now being confirmed, and we've got some beautiful new concept art of this Mack Rides dueling coaster. It looks fantastic, it really does. And yeah, I've got some stats for you about the ride now as well. So it looks like to be 133 foot tall, 65 miles an hour top speed, and it's also got a unique celestial spin element, which is going to be unique to that ride and kind of fits with Celestial Park and the whole kind of theme of the park as well. And it's hard to kind of explain it, but it's going to kind of twist over each other, which is going to be a really nice element. You've got that interaction between the 2 coasters, and anyone that's been visiting Florida and Universal Orlando for a long time may remember a former attraction in Islands of Adventure known as Dueling Dragons. They were 2 B&M inverted coasters that interacted with each other. I did ride them, but unfortunately by the time I got to Florida, they'd stopped the dueling element, so I didn't get to experience what that was like. It was removed and replaced with Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, but it looks like they're kind of bringing that interactive element back again to Universal with Starfall Racers. This looks beautiful. I love Mack Rides. I really like the colour scheme. They've also confirmed there's going to be onboard lighting on the trains and onboard sound as well. And you know me, I think onboard sound can really elevate a roller coaster experience, take it to the next level, so I'm really pleased to hear that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all the theming structures around. Looks like there's going to be some rock work around the kind of area that goes closest to Celestial Park, and it's already nicely landscaped all the way around too. So by the time it opens next year, you know, you're not just going to be looking down at concrete, you know, you're going to be seeing this really nicely landscaped area underneath the coaster, which I'm really pleased they've done, because even if you look like over at Hulk in Islands of Adventure, you know, obviously the area of the pathway and the water's nice. The back part of the coaster is kind of, you know, it's just over the land, isn't it really? There's nothing to look at, no real landscaping as such. So I'm really pleased to see that they've thought about that. They've got the planting in, so it's growing up ready for that to open in 2025. But Starfall Racers is definitely my most anticipated ride in the park. I'm looking forward to it. I love Mack Rides. It looks like a brilliant coaster, and I'm sure that that is going to be awesome. Now, along with that, you've also got the hotel, in-park hotel, which is being built at the back of Celestial Park. This is going to be known as the Helios Grand Hotel. 500 rooms being built here. It's going to have a rooftop bar, lots of different dining options, like a ballroom as well. And this looks stunning. I mean, we've got updated concept art for this. That's right at the back of the park, and it looks brilliant. It kind of acts as a bit of a berm, if you like, in the park as well, to kind of close things in a bit more. Because if you didn't have something at the back, obviously they'd have maybe trees or something, but I'm glad they built the hotel with the park opening. I think that was an important part to kind of close it all in, block it in a little bit, so you feel like you're in this immersive world. Really pleased that they've done that. It looks beautiful. The design of it I really like too. It looks like it's going to have some nice kind of colour to it and fit with the whole sort of Celestial Park. And I don't think any of us realise how big this area is actually going to be. You know, it's a huge area in the middle, going to be one of the biggest hubs, if not the biggest hub in a theme park in the world. This huge area, but the fact it's got a couple of attractions in there too. Worth pointing out, there's loads of dining options and retail space that's all been announced, some more beautiful concept arts all for around Celestial Park that looks fantastic. I mean, this restaurant here looks beautiful, doesn't it? With the dragon out there. But yeah, there's so much to kind of dig into still in this land, but that's the kind of main things. For me, most excited for Starfall Racers. The carousel looks beautiful. I think it's nice how they've added the splash pad in there, but most importantly, just having all the landscape in, and you're really going to feel like you're on a different planet in a way when you're in this middle section, which is going to be great. And then it'll be making your choice of which portal you go into next. Now, I'm going to do this in order of the lands that I'm most excited for. Now, of course, they haven't revealed all the attraction names officially. There's rumours and speculation and trademarks and things that have been filed, but they haven't officially announced the names yet. So I'm going to not go into those. We'll save that for a future video. I'll film one of these when they announce all the other different lands. How about that? So we can kind of dive into each one like we have done here with Celestial Park. But yeah, we're going to talk about next Dark Universe. It's been rumoured for a while. It's now official. This is going to be a land all based, of course, on the Universal classic monsters. Oh, I'm really excited for this one. There's going to be a Kukulkan Dark Ride in there, which is basically a version of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, rumoured to not have any screens on there as well, and the projection domes, you know, actually focusing on practical sets. There's rumours and things, but there's nothing being confirmed yet, so we won't go into the detail of that. Along with that, there is going to be a spinning coaster that's recently been testing in that area too. So yeah, that's Dark Universe. The name has been confirmed. The one that I'm second most excited for, I'm going to say, of course, is Super Nintendo World. I'm yet to experience it actually, so I'm really looking forward to Super Nintendo and seeing what that's going to be like, especially the fact you've got the Donkey Kong roller coaster. That is opening at Universal Studios Japan this year, so we'll see what that's like. Of course, I'm looking forward to hearing people's thoughts on that one, and maybe going out to experience it. I'd like to do that. Of course, we've then got two other attractions in the ride, in the main land itself, two other rides, which will be great. And of course, very similar to the version at Universal Studios Japan with the Mario Kart ride and also the Yoshi attraction, which doesn't feature at Hollywood, but is going to feature here. So it'll have three rides upon opening, which will be great. Along with that, you've then got the beautiful How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it looks like it's going to be a beautiful area. Along with that, you've got a coaster from Intamin in there, what's going to kind of interact around the layout. You've got the Gerstar Skyflies, two flat rides that are going in there. Along with that, there's a boat ride on the lake, which looks fantastic. And then along with that, lots of dining, lots of restaurants. That's the case with all of these lands, and we'll talk more in detail about that as the park confirms things and kind of dive into each land individually. But again, this looks great. The stage show, what they're putting on in here, looks like it's going to be really good too. And yeah, Isle of Berk, it's just going to be a really nice area, all based on How to Train Your Dragon. And then, of course, the final land is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. Great, looking forward to this. Another kind of part of Harry Potter coming to Universal Orlando. Of course, it all started in Islands of Adventure with Hogsmeade, Forbidden Journey, you know, and going into Hogwarts. And then, of course, it expanded into Universal Studios Florida with Diagon Alley, and also the addition of the Hogwarts Express, the train between the two. How cool would it be if we had a Hogwarts Express from that part of the resort down to Epic? I mean, you know, probably will never happen, but imagine how cool would that be? That would have been a real journey. But now I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is going to be like. Massive dark ride, going to be based around the Ministry of Magic, which I'm really looking forward to seeing with this one. Along with that too, there's going to be some massive theming elements in there, because what's going to make this different is, of course, you've got the attraction, which is going to be based on the British Ministry of Magic, but the area is going to be kind of based around Fantastic Beasts and inspired by 1920s Paris with all these huge facades and buildings. There's going to be a show in the area as well, so that's something to look forward to. And all of these different lands have got expansion room if they need it as well. So hopefully in the future, we're going to see a lot more expansion to Epic Universe on these pads that are kind of all the way around the side. But they're the different lands, and I'm so excited for all of them. I mean, that's the order for me in terms of excitement. However, you know, I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the video comments. So let me know which lands you're most looking forward to. For me though, it's definitely got to be Starfall Racers in Celestial Park, and of course, experiencing Dark Universe around the Universal Classic Monsters. All the concept art that you've seen here looks fantastic. I think everything that we're seeing from this park looks very promising. In my opinion, we could be looking at one of the best, if not the best theme park in the world when this opens next year. It's going to be full of state-of-the-art attractions, beautiful theming, and the design of it looks great. It's a big park. It's going to feel very immersive. It's going to be well landscaped. It's definitely going to be the best Universal park out there, in my opinion, based on what we can see from the videos and concept art. So I'm really excited to step in there. Now, I did mention there's going to be 3 hotels. One of them we've already spoke about, of course, which is the Helios Grand, which is going to be at the back. But you've also got 2 other hotels that are going to be opening, and that is the Stella Nova Resort and Terra Luna Resort. Each one of those have 750 rooms, so the big hotels, and these are located not in the park, but next to the park, just over the road, and of course they'll be connected by the Universal transportation system to bring you to the parks just there. But overall, this is very exciting. I'm loving all the concept art. I've not seen anything that I don't like, to be honest. I think everything looks very promising, and it's really exciting just to see a huge park like this being built from the ground up. It doesn't happen very often, and I cannot wait to visit it. I want to be there on opening day. I want to have a good few days there to just kind of be immersed in it and take it all in, film lots of videos, take you all on for the experience. But over the next year now, we're going to be ramping up our content on this park. Like I say, as they announce more for each land, we'll film a video. So that's at least another 4 videos. If we're going out there to Florida, we'll get some more updates, see what's going on, which will be really exciting. But thanks for joining me here on Theme Park Worldwide. Again, let me know your thoughts on Universal Epic Universe down below in the video comments, and also which land you're most excited for. That leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in tomorrow's video.